the workshop, you'll be able to rewatch it on YouTube later. So, before we get started, my name is Dana Foster. I'm Ty, and we are so grateful to have you guys all here. We are both fitness coaches who really have a deep passion for the festival scene, especially, heavy bass music. That's why we're all here, right? But we know the importance of being able to headbang pain and injury free. It's kind of sucky when you go to the pre-party, you go too feral, and next thing you know, you can't even move your neck, you can't move your back, and you haven't even gotten to the first day of the festival. Come on. You want to be able to go all 3 days? We're going to show you how you can headbang pain and injury free, and it all comes down to how you take care of your body. Stretching helps, but a lot of times the reason that we're in pain is not just because the muscle is tight, but it's because the muscle is also overstretched. Think about it. When you are doing this, you're constantly stretching and shortening the front of your head, your neck muscle. So we're going to go from head, middle of your body, kidneys, and ankles. But when you're headbanging, you got to think about your body as a whole, not just the muscles that are sore, that feel tight, because they might just be overstretched. So we're going to start off with neck release, and then we're going to do some neck stretching. It kind of goes in together. And then we're going to do some strengthening exercises with the band in order to help you activate certain muscles that tend to get a little bit loose when you are headbanging. So that way everything comes back into alignment and you feel pain-free. So first, we are going to start off with our traps. So you're going to put one hand behind your back, and then you are going to gently pull your head to the side. And you're going to push your shoulder down at the same time and tilt your chin downwards at a slight angle. Now, if you want to feel the stretch even more, while you're in that stretch, take your hand. This is going to help with release. Press down on your trap muscle as you shrug your shoulder down. So try to find a knot, try to find a tight spot, press down as you're into the stretch. This definitely is helpful if you have a partner to press down on that spot. This is for future reference, by the way. I know we're not all partnered up, but it helps if you have somebody press down as you're, wrong side, as you're stretching. And then what you can do is tilt your chin back and up towards the ceiling. So a misconception with neck pain, when you feel pain on the back of your neck, it's typically because the front of your neck muscles are shortened. Think about it. When you're headbanging, your chin's going down a lot. You're also always looking at your phones all day, every day. So you need to be stretching the front of your neck too. So keep your chin tilted up and then shift it to where you're looking straight up and deep press your chin, your chest down. So that way you're fully stretching out the front of your neck. And then take deep breaths. Inhale as much as you can, get deeper into that stretch. And then exhale. Now tilt your chin slightly to the other side. So we're going to be stretching the other side of your neck. Good. And then if you can, press down on some tight spots. It really helps if you take this muscle that goes connecting behind the ear down to your sternum. If you press down on it and massage down as you're stretching, you're going to get a deeper release. But
I just seen the faces.
How's that feel? That feel good? Now we're going to tilt our chin down a little bit and we're going to be stretching the other side of our traps. Again, it helps if you press down on those knots, press down on those tight spots. I already did that side. I think it should be this. You should be this side. Oh, keep this one. There you go. No, you had it right. Other hand. There you go. Good. And chin slightly down. Yeah. Then you're stretching the traps. If you press down while you're stretching, it's going to really help release those knots. Good. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Next thing we're going to do is a little bit of activation. So you're going to take your band. And the first thing we're going to do is called external rotation. So you're going to hold on to the band like this. And some of you are going to have heavy bands, so keep in mind your range of motion is going to be different than the person sitting next to you. If they have an extra light band and you have a medium or heavy, they might be able to pull apart more than you. Don't try to force it. Just try to go as far as your range of motion allows. So following along with Ty's doing, one arm at a time. You can also do both as well. And one thing that I find really helps with this activation drill is while you're pulling back, kind of push your chest forward. Yeah, there we go. Keep your posture upright as much as you can. Yeah, there we go. Good. be extra hard with those extra heavy bands. All right, so next one we're gonna do is called a press up. So you're gonna wrap the band around your wrists. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull slightly apart. Not as far apart as you can, but just until your elbows are slightly outside shoulder width. Then you're gonna press up, trying not to like force it. Don't arch your back, just try to let your elbows push up overhead, keeping your posture as upright as possible. Again, I find it helps to kind of slightly push the chest forward versus trying to arch your back as much as you can. Yeah, there we go, good. Keep it going. And you're gonna come down and up. So pushing elbows up, pushing elbows down to your waist, and then back up. Good, keep it going. We're gonna do 5 more of these, nice and slow. I know, it's a little bit harder than it looks, right? But you're gonna feel a difference later. All right, so next is we're gonna do some Supermans with the band. So get into on your stomach, and you're still gonna have the band around your wrists, or you could have it around the middle of your forearms, but it's just a little bit easier with it around your wrists. And with the Superman, don't try to just think about arching from the middle of your back. You wanna think about shoving your butt into the ground, push your hips down. That's gonna lift your legs up. And you wanna think about lifting your chest up, your rib cage up. So it's not that you're arching from here, you're lifting and pushing. There we go. Yes. And you're gonna try to hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds at a time. Come down, keep it rest as short as possible, and then come back up into that Superman. What this is gonna do is it's really going to help with strengthening the posterior chain of your body, so you're gonna have less back pain later. Yeah. I know, these are harder than they look too, right? It's always the moves that look the easiest. You look like you're gonna take a nap, but nope. Don't fall asleep. But sleep is important. Good, do 5 more. We're gonna get into the real good stuff here in a moment. Nice, awesome. All right, so next up, we are gonna work a little bit lower on the back. So we're gonna need a tennis ball. But because Ty likes pain, she gets a lacrosse ball. So first thing that we're going to do is we're gonna lie on our back, and you're gonna take the tennis ball and you're gonna place it in between your shoulder blades towards one side. And on that same side, you're gonna take that arm and you're going to lift it up and down. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt a little bit.
I'm tight.
Huh?
I'm tight.
Yeah, you are tight. You're tight. You're gonna lay on your back, put the ball in between your shoulder blades towards one side of the spine, raise your arm up overhead, and then move it down. And we're gonna do that 10 times on each side. Really releasing in between the scapula, in between those shoulder blades. So that way you feel more mobile when you should be waist bending. You should be using your whole body when you're headbanging. Don't just be using your neck. How's everyone? Do you need a ball? Oh, shit. Oh, that's our last ball. I'm so sorry. But you guys can keep the tennis balls when we're done. So if you have a partner that had a ball and you didn't, just take them through a little bit of what we did. And also I'll have this uploaded to YouTube later so you can refer back. And after this, we're doing the psoas, or the Piriformis. Once you've done 10 on each side, we're gonna get to the real juicy one. We're gonna hit the Piriformis muscle, deep glute muscle. So be ready. So for this one, for the Piriformis muscle, you're gonna take the ball and you're gonna place it underneath your butt. Do you want me to lead through this one?
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll eat it. Where'd the ball go?
I don't know.
Where'd the ball go? Hang tight 1 second. Okay, here. All right. So for Piriformis, you're gonna sit up. You're gonna take the ball, place it under one butt cheek. That same butt cheek, that leg, you're gonna take that leg and cross it over, and you're gonna lean into the ball. Yeah, right? Now if you're feeling extra spicy, try to push your knee down away from you. Yeah. It hurts so good. So you're gonna hold that for another 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
It's spicy.
Very spicy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. You might feel a big difference. One booty cheek might be a little bit tighter than the other. That's normal. Just means you know what to work on. It's a beautiful thing about getting in touch with your body, especially, throughout the year. You can prime your body to rage all, now 6 days of Lost Lands? Can you guys believe it? We're basically here a whole freaking week. Yeah! He knows what's up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. All right, let me see what we got next here. All right, so next we're gonna do a lunge and twist. So we're not gonna be in a full lunge, we'll just be in a kneeling lunge for now. And what you wanna do, make sure that your pelvis is aligned so you're not kind of leaning too far forward. You wanna keep an upright posture. Hands across your chest, and you're gonna twist both directions nice and slow. Now when you're doing this, try not to move your hips. You wanna focus on twisting with your torso, not with your hips. Hips should always stay straight forward. Another thing that helps too is exhale with each twist, and inhale when you twist back, exhale when you twist the other way. This is going to help mobilize your psoas muscle, one of those important hip flexor muscles, especially if you like to do high knees and wonky shit, We're not always headbanging, we're moving in so many different ways. You got to prepare your body for all of it. Good. Switch legs. Good. Remember, exhale when you twist, inhale when you come back to center. This is very different than yoga, y'all. So I really appreciate you guys all coming here. I know this is something very new. It's always yoga, but this is something very different. So I gotta say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all you headbangers for being here. All right, let's see. All right, so now we're gonna grab the band and we're gonna do some glute bridges. So we're gonna do 2 different variations. One is gonna be glute focus and one is gonna be hamstring focus. So glute focus, you're gonna have your feet a little bit closer to your body. Ty is gonna demonstrate the two.
Working on it.
Do you need a sip of water real quick?
Good.
Okay. So, glute focus, glute bridges. Your feet should be about 1 foot away from your butt. And you want your pelvis and your spine to move in unison. Another trick that helps with activating your glutes during a glute bridge is when you're up in that glute bridge, imagine you're pulling the top of your pelvis towards your rib cage. And that is gonna make it feel a lot more in your lower glutes. You can also do this one with a band, so if you showed up late, you don't have a band, no problem, you can do this without a band. Most of the activation drills you can do without a band. It just helps get a little bit more out of it. Plus, if you're a gym rat, you might get a little bit of a pump. Good, we're gonna do 5 more. Remember, you wanna hold at the top and really squeeze those booty cheeks. So here's another tip too. Imagine you have a credit card between your booty cheeks and you're trying not to drop it.
break the walnut.
Break a walnut. That's a better one. I like that. Let's do 3 more. One more. Good. So now hamstring focus. You're going to walk your feet out a little bit. You're going to walk your feet out a little bit. Really keep pressure in your heels as you go into the glute bridge. So it's basically the same movement. The only thing is that your feet are going to be farther away. Another trick is if you have your toes up, that will really help you be able to dig your heels into the ground. And also help prevent Charlie horses. You know, those kind of suck. Yeah. It's like I'm trying to do the right things, but my body is retaliating against me. Now, if you have a heavy band, this one feels really good. Let's do 5 more. Three more. 2. 1 more. Good stuff. All right, so now we're going to do hip flexor marches on the ground still. So you're going to stay on your back, wrap the band around your feet. Around your feet. And you're going to keep your toes up. You want to make sure you keep your toes up for these, otherwise the band is just going to slingshot away from you. So you're going to get into a dead bug position, knees above your hips. Good. And you're going to push one foot straight out in front of you, keeping the other knee above your hips and your back flat on the ground. Try to keep pressing your spine into the ground, hips keeping from moving. You want to try to move your leg independent of the rest of your body, and this is going to help really activate your hip flexors. Sometimes they feel tight, but this also helps you identify any imbalances. One side might be a little bit tighter, one side might be a little bit weaker. Make sure you're pushing your foot straight in front of you versus out to the side. If you feel it clicking in your hip, it's likely that your leg is veering outwards, so try to allow your leg to veer a little bit more inwards. Your hips are incredibly important for headbanging, all right? It's a whole body thing. Hips out of alignment, it just kind of goes wonky everywhere. Yeah, do 10 on each side. I know it feels like a workout, but you're going to thank us later. You're going to thank us later, trust me. I'm going to have to squat ankles. All right. Awesome, blossom. All right, before we continue, how are you guys feeling? Awesome, cool. So now we're going to work out on the ankles, all right? We know ankles are incredibly important, especially if you love to shuffle, right? Or you just kind of move around doing random things. So ankle's important, so we're going to work on massaging the muscle fascia on the bottom of your feet. So you're going to take a ball and just roll from heel to toe and press down. Try to hit the outside and the inside of your foot and the middle.
You want to play? I'll give you mine. See.
It's okay. We just need at least one demo. And I already did a lot of this morning, so I do this religiously before a festival. That's how I have feral energy. Don't forget to eat, by the way. All right? You guys need to fuel your bodies. Alcohol does not count as a nutrient. Girl breakfast. All right, awesome. We did skip one, so we're gonna have to go back onto the ground because we're gonna roll out the calves a little bit. Forgot to add that one. So we're gonna roll out the calves, sorry, get back down one more time. You're gonna place the ball underneath your calf, and then you're gonna try to roll from top to bottom on the ball. Ow. My old cross-country coach used to call this calf smashing. It's gonna hurt.
Like a mother?
Especially, huh?
Like a mother?
Like a mother. It's gonna hurt like a mother. We're huge Sullivan King fans. Make sure you get both sides.
Spicy.
All right, cool. Now let's stretch out the calves a little bit. Stretch out the calves and the hamstrings. So go into that downward dog and push your heels down. Push your butt back. Just kind of stretch that out there a little bit. And then alternate sides. Push your heels down. It's really good to, when you release, especially with like a ball or a foam roller, and stretch afterwards, then you go into pre-activation, like muscle use drills. Really helps tie things together. Tie things together. All right, so now we'll get into a little bit of whole body mobility. So first one we're gonna do is called thread the needle. You're gonna stay down, you're gonna be on all fours. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. You're gonna take one arm and thread it through. Now this one again, try to keep your hips from moving and reach your arm as far forward as you can. Think about twisting your torso while you're in it, good? And then you're gonna come up. So this is dynamic. With yoga, it's a lot of static stretching, but mobility is dynamic stretching, so where you're moving through it. So you're gonna keep switching sides, reach with your palm up. Reach as far as you can, maybe high five with your neighbor. You can hold hands. Hey, actually, that would work really nice. Let's try that. Here, and then pull. Yeah, oh, that's interesting. Experimenting, we're doing it live.
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. All right, so next we're gonna do cat-cow. Oh, stay down. And a really good tip with the cat-cow. What? Someone say my name?
No.
Okay.
Stay down.
Oh, okay, yeah, stay down. So with a cat-cow, it really helps to imagine there's a string on either side of your belly button. One is pulling your belly button down, and then one is pulling up. And you're gonna go from tucking your hips in to sticking your butt back and up. It also helps if you exhale as you cow up, and then inhale on the way down. Exhaling will just help you get a little bit of a deeper stretch because you're emptying your lungs. You got some more space in your body. Good. We're gonna do one more. Good, and then we're gonna do a dynamic cobra. So you're gonna go into that down dog and then you're gonna come down into cobra. Good, yep. Do as best you can. You can also do it from your knees. If you have a hard time going from down dog, you can also go from your knees. I'm really trying to think about how your spine is moving, how your hips are moving, your rib cage, all in relation to each other. And we'll do some more of the calf stuff because I came down. All right, awesome. So next one that we're gonna do, heel walks would be hard. So what we're just gonna do for that is we're gonna step one foot in front. So now we're gonna stand up. Yeah, there we go. She's ahead of me. Step one foot in front. Try to keep your back relatively flat as you do this. That way you're getting more of a stretch in your hamstrings. When your back curves like this, that means that your hamstrings are not going to get as much of a stretch. So if you keep your back flat, push your hips back as you come up and stretch. Get those high knees. Good. All right, so next is going to be ABCs with your heels. So what you're going to do is have one foot in front, And then you're basically just gonna try draw an A with your toes, a C or an A, and then a B, and a C. You're just trying to take your ankle through different ranges of motions as much as you can. You can keep your heel on the ground. It'd be kind of hard to do it like this, but if you got the balance for it, feel free to. Take care of your ankles, take care of your calves, take care of your hips, take care of your body. We're here for a good time and a long time, okay? Switch sides.
Seem to be having trouble remembering the alphabet.
A, C, X, C, I, S, I, O, N.
Something like that.
H, E, A, D, B, A, N, G, E, R. That's the only alphabet that's important. Good, and then we're gonna do one more with the ball. So you're gonna take the ball under your foot, and instead of massaging, you're gonna try to grab the ball with your foot. Like, try to pick it up with your toes. You're not gonna be able to. It's okay, that's fine, that's not the point of it. But just try to grab the ball with your toes. Try to figure out which toes are struggling and focus on that toe. Like, if your pinky toe is just slacking off, try to grab it with your pinky toe. This will help your ankles, this will help your calves.
You can also mimic it without a ball.
Yeah, you can also do it without a ball too.
Scrunch your toes up real hard.
I'm going to do one more. I'm going to take them through a Cossack Squat. Wow, we actually went a lot faster than I expected. Wow. All right, so next, this is called a Cossack Squat. And so you're going to want your feet out wide. And again, this is a dynamic movement. You're going to lunge from one side to the other. Again, try to think about how your hips are moving versus just how your legs are moving. Try to keep your pelvis tilted in the right orientation. I'm going to grab a yoga mat too so I can do it. I love this stretch. You will probably see me inside the festival grounds doing this stretch in between sets. It honestly slaps. Yee. And it takes a few repetitions to kind of find your range of motion. So don't hesitate to step out a little bit farther if you have to. And when you're going into that stretch, you want to externally rotate that stretch, that straight leg, and kind of push your hip forward into it a little bit too. That'll help bring your torso a little bit more upright. You doing good there, Ty?
Yep. I'm grand.
Isn't it crazy to think that yesterday it was day -1? It's still just day 0. We get -2 days now. It's pretty freaking awesome. Okay. We have some extra time. Is there anything that we should add? Ooh, I know. Maybe I talk a little fast. Hey, we'll be back here next year, so it's just gonna get better and better. All right, let's try this. Bands up above your knees. You're strong, bitch.
Oh, God. She has a lot of faith in me.
All right, so we're just going to do side-to-side squats. So start off with your feet about hip-width apart. Step out into a squat. Push those knees out. Step back together, but not all the way. Back to the other side. And down. I love that song. Bury me at the club. Bury me at the club. And you're just going to go back and forth. And we're going to do that for about 30 seconds. Does anybody fuck with Bass House? Yeah? I love it.
It's aight.
I just love all EDM, okay? I particularly love dubstep, but I'm just I'm EDM as fuck.
I like to be smacked in the face.
Bass to the dome, I'm so happy that's out. Good. All right, let's do another one. Maybe we'll do this one on the ground. Yeah, we'll do this one on the ground. All right, ladies who want to build that rave booty, this is going to be nice. So band around your feet, keep your toes on the ground. We're going to do some kickbacks. Now remember, it's important not to arch your back as you're doing it. So try to keep your core tight, hips tucked in, chest lifted up. kick back through the heel, push as far back as you can, not as up as high as you can, like you're kicking a wall, even though there's no walls. And you're gonna switch back and forth. Again, try to keep your hips from shifting from side to side. Strong glutes equals strong hips equals more region. Good. All right, next we're gonna do clamshells. You're gonna take your band around your knees. You're gonna lie on your side. And what you're gonna do, keep your feet stacked on top of each other and your knees bent 90 degrees. Knees should be just barely in front of your hips. You don't want them too far forward. You want your body almost in a straight line, just knees a little bit more in front. And you're gonna lift your knee up, but try not to let your hips move. So you wanna try to keep your hips forward as you bring your knee up. You're gonna feel this in your deep glute. You're gonna feel that way in the little baby muscles of your booty. There's a lot of different muscles in there. This is also a really good one for your hips. And switch sides. Don't worry, we're almost done. You're gonna thank us later, I swear. And if you don't, you can complain to me. It's fine.
Yeah, don't complain to me. I'm fragile.
Did someone say they know where to find me? I know where to find you. Also, if you want a granola bar and one of my cards, I have some up front when we're done if you want to grab one. And also, you could keep the balls and the bands. I would rather not fly back with all that. So you can activate all weekend long. You're welcome, children. Woo! All right. How do you guys feel? So a few other tips. So now I'm not going to have any more exercises, but a few tips. When you are headbanging, this is important, and this helps a lot with afterwards, is I know a lot of us, we favor one side over the other, right? In the middle of your set, don't hesitate to do a posture check. Don't hesitate to do a headbang check. Like, if you're always headbanging to one side, you're going to feel really super wonky. Even it out by doing the other. Don't hesitate to stretch or take a break and move your body and just try to get back into alignment with it. That's going to help you rage harder. It doesn't mean you're old. Like stretching mid-rave doesn't mean you're old. It means you're taking care of yourself. It means you want to be here for a good time and a long time. So take care of your bodies and have the best fucking weekend ever. Go rage your face off and don't hurt yourselves.
Happy Lost Lands!
Happy Lost Lands! Feel free to grab a granola bar and a card. Keep the ball, keep the bands. I already have too many at home anyway. Sorry.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, of course.
Somebody from the group chat.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't need as much time as I thought. It was like only 45 minutes. Worked out well.
From
Sure.
is here as well.
That means
wearing
a lot.
the black tank top right there with the neck thing.
Yes.
That's Brent from the group chat as well.
Oh, sweet.
Now I know how to like plan it a little better for next year.
Cool.
I mean, a little
If we
early
get
isn't
invited
bad,
next year,
right?
hopefully we get invited to do it again next year.
Yeah. Definitely submit it as soon as they open it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They were like late on it, I feel like.
Oh, it was like a week
So
out.
late. I was like,
3 weeks
okay.
ago.
Well, hopefully I was already planning to come.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it kind of makes it hard. Like, what if somebody's like who's far away? He's like, wait, now I only have like a week and a half to prepare.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Woo! Thank you. I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you so much for coming.